This is Euclid Book 5, proposition number 1, and I've been promising this for a long time, but I'm going to take this extremely slow because of its difficult language. And you'll find what I'm talking about when I start in on this. Okay. It says, if there be any number of magnitudes whatever which are, respectively, equal multiples of any magnitudes equal in multitude, then whatever multiple one of the magnitude is of 1, that multiple also will be of all. Yeah. There's a little trip right there. Okay. We're going to draw some lines. As you can see here, here's the lines. We're going to draw. Now I know these aren't exactly right, so let's just pretend for a little bit. You can do this on your own if you want. Okay. You can actually draw a 1-inch line. We're going to call this a 1-inch line, although really it's not a 1-inch line, but we're going to call this a 1-inch line here. And we're going to call this a 2-inch line, even though it's not really a 2-inch line. Okay? Now, this line here is going to be 4 inches in length. Why? Because it's going to be the sum of E plus E. Okay? So, 1E is 2 inches, 2E is 4 inches. Okay? So this line is going to be 4 inches long because it's going to be twice of this. Now this line over here is going to be 3 inches, well, it's going to be 2 inches long because this line is 1 inch. So you're going to have 1 inch and 1 inch, 1 inch plus 1 inch together makes 2 inches. So this line is going to be 4 inches and this line is going to be 2 inches. All right. Now, let's try to simplify this a little bit. It said, let any number of magnitudes A, B, and C, D each be of the same multiple of the magnitudes E, and F respectively. What does that mean? Okay. All right. There are 2 lines here in AB. See these 2 lines here? There are 2 lines here in AB. One is AG, the other one is GB. And we'll divide that up in a little bit. But this line here, this 4-inch line, contains 2 of these. Contains 2 E's. Alright, there's a 2-inch line, a 2-inch line, a 2-inch line, and a 2-inch line together makes a 4-inch line. So this line here is 2 multiples of this line here. Okay? And this line here is 2 multiples of this line here. Okay? Because CH is 1 inch and HD is another 1 inch. 1 inch plus 1 inch becomes 2 inches. So, if you were to divide up the line AB here, you would find 2E. If you were to divide up the line CD here, like we've done, you'll find 2F. So there is just as many number of E's in AB as there are of F's in CD. How do we know that? Well, we have 2 E's in AB and 2 F's in CD. Okay? Now then, it's saying that what we're wanting to prove is that if you were to take 2 inches plus 1 inch together, okay, that would make a 3-inch line, there would actually be 2 of these if you were to add these 2 lines together. Now, if you add these 2 lines together, this is a 4-inch line, this is a 2-inch line, there's going to be a 6-inch line if you add these 2 together. If you add these 2 together, there's going to be a 3-inch line. So, there'll be 2 3-inch lines in a 6-inch line. Because there are two 2-inch lines in this line here and two 1-inch lines in this line here. So you have a 4-inch line plus a 2-inch line, and a 4-inch line plus a 2-inch line is 6 inches. Let me say that a little more slowly. When you put together a 4-inch line and a 2-inch line, you will get a 6-inch line. And if you put together a 2-inch line and a 1-inch line, you're going to get a 3-inch line. And so therefore, if you have two 3-inch lines and you put them together, you're going to have a 6-inch line. So how do we prove all this? Well, we're first going to divide up AB here into AG and GB. And we're going to divide up CD here into CH plus HD. Okay? Now, there are two of these, okay, which is actually two of these. There are the AG and GB are the same multiple of E as CH and HD are of F. That's the first part of this proof. Okay, now since AG equals E and CH equals F, AG equals E and CH equals F, then the sum of this and this is the sum of this and this, which is true. Okay, so the length of AG plus the length of CH is 3 inches, inasmuch as the length of E and F are also 3 inches. So far so good? Okay, the same situation goes here. The length of GB plus the length of HD is the same as the length of E plus the length of F. Okay? GB is 2 inches long, HD is 1 inch long, that makes 3 inches in length. And E being 2 inches long and F being 1 inch long makes a 3-inch line. Okay? Okay. So, there are twice as many lines of E in AB. We already said that. There are twice as many lines of E in AB. Okay? So, there are going to be twice as many E plus F's. Okay, the length of E plus F, there's going to be twice as many of those, which is 3 inches, in the entire length of AB plus CD. If you were to join AB and CD together, you would find twice the length of 3, which is 6. Okay, so at the end it says, therefore the sum of AB and CD is the same multiple of the sum of E and F as AB is of E. What they're saying here is that if you were to join AB and CD together, you would get a 6-inch line. It would have 2 E plus F's, which is 3 inches, because if you join E and F together, you'll have a 3-inch line. So, there are two 3-inch lines in the total length of AB and CD. Okay? And that is that multiple, which is 2, okay, because it's twice this. Alright? And I know I'm not really saying this very clearly, and I hope I'm doing a pretty good job here, but there are two 3-inch lines contained in the 6-inch length of ABCD. There are two 2-inch lines contained in the entire length of AB. And that's what it's saying right there. You can take a look at all this stuff for yourself. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll try to answer it as best as I possibly can. But keep in mind, inasmuch as there are two 3-inch lines and a 6-inch line, there are two 2-inch lines and a 4-inch line. And that's what Euclid was trying to say. I know he went through a lot of gobbledygook to say that, but that's what he was trying to say. I will tell you more in the next Euclid proof, so stay tuned.